Welcome, my dear friend. If you are a woman over the age of 60, I want you to take a deep breath and know this. You are in one of the richest, most meaningful chapters of your life. Not because every moment is easy, but because you have walked through decades of experience. And now, more than ever, you have the wisdom and freedom to decide what truly matters. Today, we are not going to talk about what you need to do. We're going to talk about what you can finally let go of. Because there are habits, thoughts, and emotional patterns that may have served a purpose once, but now, they are only holding you back from joy, peace, and authenticity. In this video, I am going to share 8 powerful things that it is time for you to release. And I promise, if you open your heart to this message, you may feel lighter, more hopeful, and more deeply connected to the wise and beautiful woman you are becoming. So, let's begin this journey together, gently, honestly, and with love. Number 1, stop apologizing for who you are. Let's begin with something many women over 60 still do without even realizing it: apologizing for who they are. Think about how many times in your life you've said, "I'm sorry," not because you truly did something wrong, but because you didn't want to upset anyone. Maybe you apologized for asking a question. Maybe you apologized for needing help. Maybe you even apologized just for having an opinion. And for decades, that made sense. We were raised in a world that expected women to be polite, agreeable, and quiet. We were taught that being liked meant being small, not too loud, not too bold, not too honest. So we tucked our truth deep down. We smiled, nodded, and made room for everyone else, even when we felt invisible. But here's what I want you to know now. You do not need to live like that anymore. You are not here to make yourself smaller for anyone else's comfort. You are not here to ask permission to be yourself. You have already proven yourself in countless ways. Through every job you worked, every child you raised, every challenge you faced, every tear you wiped away silently at night. And now, you have earned the right to stand in your truth without apology. You want to wear something bold? Do it. You want to speak your mind at the dinner table? Please do. You want to spend your weekend reading, dancing, or doing absolutely nothing at all? That is your right. You do not need to explain why you say no to things that don't serve you. You do not need to justify why your priorities have changed. You're allowed to evolve. This life, this precious time, is yours. And the moment you stop apologizing for who you are is the moment you step into your true power. So the next time you catch yourself saying, "I'm sorry," for something that doesn't require an apology, pause. Ask yourself, am I really sorry? Or have I just been trained to feel like I should be? Because you, my dear, are not too old. You're not too loud. You're not too emotional. You're not too anything. You're enough. Number 2, let go of the weight of the past. Now let's talk about something a little heavier, but deeply important. The second thing you must let go of is the emotional weight of your past. Let me ask you this, and be honest with yourself. How often do your thoughts drift backward? How often do you relive something you regret? A mistake? A failed relationship? A painful memory? Something you wish you could have handled differently? Maybe it was something you said in anger. Maybe it was something you didn't say and still regret not saying. Or maybe it's the way someone treated you, and you've been carrying that wound for years. But here's the thing. That moment is gone. It happened. It shaped you, yes. But it does not have to define you. You are not that mistake. You are not the person you were back then. You are not responsible for the choices others made, for the love they failed to give, for the boundaries you didn't yet know how to set. You're here now, wiser, stronger, and deserving of peace. Letting go of the past doesn't mean you forget it. It means you stop letting it steal your joy in the present. You stop letting it whisper that you're not enough. You stop giving it the power to keep you stuck in shame or sadness. And I know, some wounds cut deep. Some memories are painful. But healing doesn't mean pretending. It means breathing through the pain, grieving what you lost, and then choosing, yes, choosing, to live anyway, to smile again, to hope again, to love again. Because when you carry regret, it weighs down your spirit, and you deserve to feel light. You deserve to be free. You deserve to say, I've done the best I could with what I knew at the time. I forgive myself. I set myself free. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every step, even the painful ones, brought you to this wiser, braver version of yourself. So please let go of the idea that you must carry the past forever. Let go of the guilt that was never yours to begin with. Let go of the belief that you're too damaged or too late to change. The past may have shaped your story, but you, my dear, are the one holding the pen now. Number 3, stop diminishing your beauty and worth. This one is so deeply personal because it's something almost every woman I know has struggled with, especially as we grow older. Somewhere along the way, the world taught us that youth equals beauty, that smooth skin is better than wrinkled skin, that gray hair should be covered up, and that unless we fit some impossible mold, we're no longer attractive, valuable, or visible. How many times have you looked in the mirror and focused only on what you wanted to change? Maybe you thought, I look tired, or I used to be thinner, or no one notices me anymore. But I want you to pause and ask yourself this. Who told you that your worth was measured by your appearance? Who told you that your wrinkles, your softness, your silver strands, your slower pace made you any less radiant? Let me tell you something from the heart. Those lines around your eyes? They are maps of every laugh you've ever shared. That silver in your hair? It is a crown earned by surviving, by giving, by becoming. That body that may not move the way it used to? It has carried you through decades. It has loved, protected, and persevered. You are not less beautiful now. You are more. Because real beauty, the kind that turns heads and hearts, is not about flawless skin or a perfect figure. It's about presence, wisdom, kindness, confidence. It's about knowing who you are and walking into a room without needing approval from anyone. Stop comparing yourself to younger women. Stop hiding behind shame. Stop pretending you have to fix anything about your appearance to be lovable, seen, or valued. You have nothing to prove. Your beauty has simply evolved. It has deepened. And yes, it still matters. You are not past your prime. You are standing in it. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm not enough, I want you to look in that mirror and say instead, I am here, I am real, and I am still worthy of being celebrated. And you know what? The world needs more women who walk proudly in their age, who own their story, and who stop apologizing for taking up space. You are a masterpiece in motion, not despite your age, but because of it. Number 4, let go of fear around change. Change. It's one of those things we all know is inevitable, and yet it still unsettles us, especially as we get older. We get used to a rhythm, a routine, a way of seeing the world, and suddenly the ground shifts beneath us. Children move away. Retirement arrives. Friendships fade. Our bodies feel unfamiliar. And the world itself? It moves at lightning speed, with new technology, new language, and new ways of living that sometimes make us feel out of place. And it's okay to feel overwhelmed by all of that. It's okay to feel unsure. But what's not okay, what we can't keep doing, is resisting change so much that we stop living. Fear of change is natural, but staying stuck out of fear robs us of all the magic that still lies ahead. You see, Change is not just about endings. It's about beginnings too. When your kids move out, yes, it's quiet, but now you have time to rediscover you. When you retire, yes, the days are different, but now you get to fill them with things that light you up, not just things you had to do. When your body changes, yes, there are challenges, but there's also wisdom, patience, and new ways of caring for yourself. And as for the world evolving around you, remember this. If you're watching this video online, if you've sent a text, made a Zoom call, or watched your favorite show on a streaming service, then you are adapting. You are still learning, still growing, still engaged. You are not being left behind. You're still here. You're still a part of this ever-changing world, and your presence still matters. So let go of the fear that change means loss. Let go of the idea that everything used to be better. The truth is, some things are better now, including your own ability to choose what brings you peace. There are still books you haven't read, places you haven't been, people you haven't met, ideas you haven't explored, dreams you haven't chased. Don't let fear be the reason you stay where you are. Let curiosity lead you instead. Because life isn't done with you yet. Not even close. And change? It's not your enemy. It's your invitation to the next beautiful season of becoming. Number 5, stop overthinking everything. Let's talk about one of the most exhausting habits so many women over 60 carry, and often without realizing it. Overthinking. You know what I mean. That constant loop in your mind where you replay conversations over and over. You question every decision you've made. You worry about things that haven't happened yet. You think about what could go wrong before anything even begins. You ask yourself questions like, what if I made the wrong choice? What if something bad happens? What if I embarrass myself? And suddenly, something small, like choosing an outfit, calling a friend, or planning a trip, turns into this overwhelming, heavy experience. Overthinking doesn't protect you. It doesn't prepare you. It doesn't solve the problem. It just drains your energy and steals your joy. And the truth is, you have already lived through so much. You have survived heartbreak, illness, disappointments, and major life changes. You didn't make it this far by overanalyzing every moment. You made it through by showing up, by trusting yourself, by learning along the way. So now, in this stage of life, you have the right to relax your mind. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to plan every detail. You don't have to carry every worry like it's your job to fix the world. Give yourself permission to live with a little more ease, more grace, more trust. Because most of the things we overthink, they never happen. And the time we spend worrying could have been time spent laughing, connecting, enjoying something beautiful. So if you've been waiting for a sign to stop obsessing over the what ifs, this is it. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself trust. Let yourself be. It's okay to make a decision and not second guess it. It's okay to try something new without knowing how it will turn out. It's okay to rest without feeling guilty. Your mind is a powerful thing, but it's not meant to be in constant overdrive. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Let go of the belief that worrying is the same as being responsible. It's not. You are already wise. You're already strong. Trust yourself to handle whatever comes, just like you always have. And remember, peace doesn't come from having a perfect life. It comes from letting go of the need to predict or control every moment of it. Number 6, let go of toxic relationships. This one might feel uncomfortable, but it's one of the most important things you can do for your peace and your future. Let go of toxic relationships. And when I say toxic, I don't just mean people who are obviously hurtful or abusive. Sometimes, toxicity comes in much quieter forms. People who constantly criticize you. People who make you feel small. People who dismiss your feelings or make you question your worth. Sometimes it's the friend who always turns the conversation back to herself. Sometimes it's the adult child who only calls when they need something. Sometimes it's the long-term relationship that looks fine on the outside, but leaves you feeling unseen, unheard, or unloved on the inside. And because you're kind, because you're loyal, because you've spent your life nurturing others, you've tolerated a lot. But here's what I want you to know now. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time doesn't mean they deserve a place in your future. Loyalty does not mean self-sacrifice. You are not required to keep people in your life who bring you down, no matter who they are. Not friends, not family, not anyone. You have the right to choose peace over obligation. You have the right to protect your energy. You have the right to create space around yourself that feels safe, supportive, and loving. And no, it's not mean. It's not selfish. It's not dramatic. It's wise. You've earned the right to say, I deserve relationships that are mutual, kind, and respectful. And if someone cannot give you that, it's okay to let them go, or to step back, or to put boundaries in place. Sometimes letting go of toxic people isn't about anger. It's about clarity. It's about saying, I love myself enough to stop being treated this way. You are not too old to make changes. You're not too old to start over. You're not too old to choose love that lifts you up, not love that wears you down. And let me be clear, you are never alone. There are good people out there, people who will cherish your heart, honor your presence, and bring light into your life. But first, you must make room for them. And that means letting go of those who do not deserve access to your spirit. This is your time. Fill it with people who see your worth, who celebrate your joy, who love you, not for what you do for them, but for who you are. You are not hard to love. You've just outgrown being loved in the wrong ways. Number 7, stop saying it's too late. Let me speak to the part of you that still holds on to a quiet, unspoken dream. That idea you've carried in your heart for years, maybe even decades. That tiny voice that whispers, what if? But gets drowned out by louder voices saying, it's too late. I want you to pause here, right now, and take a breath. Because what I'm about to say, I want you to feel it deep in your bones. It is not too late. Not for you. Not for your dreams. Not for your joy. Not for your healing. Not for your beginning again. As so many women in their 60s, 70s, and beyond have been conditioned to believe that their time has passed, that the world belongs to the young, that opportunities for reinvention ended somewhere around midlife. But that idea? It's not truth. It's a limitation you were handed. And now, it's time to hand it back. Because every morning you wake up, you are still becoming. You are still breathing possibility. And you still have something valuable to experience, to give, to create, or to enjoy. Think about how much life you've already lived, and then consider this. You might still have 20, 30, or even 40 more years ahead. What would happen if you stopped counting the years behind you and started building the ones in front of you? You're not too old to start that painting class you've always dreamed of. You're not too old to write that memoir, take that solo road trip, or fall in love, again or for the first time. You're not too old to try yoga, learn Italian, or move across the country if your heart calls you to. You're not too old to discover something that makes you feel alive. One of the most beautiful things about this stage of life is that you no longer need to live for anyone else's expectations. You've done your time pleasing others, meeting obligations, caring for everyone else. Now, finally, it's your turn. And yes, maybe you move slower now. Maybe you've been through loss, grief, or great change. Maybe your body doesn't feel as strong, or your energy isn't what it used to be. But your spirit? Oh, your spirit is still full of power, of longing, of spark. And that spark? It's waiting for you to believe in it again. You don't need the perfect circumstances. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need the courage to take one step, one small act of faith that says, I am not finished. Think of all the women who started again later in life. Artists, authors, entrepreneurs, grandmothers who became mentors, women who turned their quiet passions into community projects, charities, or small businesses. They didn't start because they had time. They started because they ran out of excuses. They stopped saying, I missed my chance. And they started asking, why not now? So I ask you, what are you still holding in your heart? What dream have you dismissed or delayed because you thought your moment had passed? Because here's the truth. The world needs what you still have inside you. Your wisdom, your warmth, your creativity, your story. You're not on the sidelines. You're not forgotten. You're not behind. You're right on time. It is not too late to begin something new. In fact, it may be the perfect time. Number 8, let go of perfectionism. Let's talk about something that many of us carry, often without realizing it, the silent burden of perfectionism. You may not think of yourself as a perfectionist. Maybe you've never demanded perfect grades, perfect clothes, or a perfect life. But ask yourself this. Have you ever felt like what you did was never quite good enough? That your house should be cleaner? Your meals better? Your conversations kinder? Your body slimmer? If you've ever said to yourself, I should have done more, I could have done better, or why can't I just get it right? Then perfectionism might be hiding quietly in your heart. And now, after all these years, it's time to let it go. Because perfectionism is not about being better. It's about never feeling enough. It's about constantly chasing an unreachable standard that leaves you exhausted, anxious, and ashamed, no matter how hard you try. And I want to say this with absolute clarity. You have nothing left to prove. Your value does not depend on a clean kitchen, a wrinkle-free face, or whether your words always come out just right. Your worth is not measured by your productivity, your appearance, or the size of your to-do list. You are worthy simply because you are here, because you have lived, loved, and endured. Letting go of perfectionism is not giving up. It's freeing up your heart, your mind, your time, and your spirit for what really matters. It's giving yourself permission to rest, to say, good enough is truly enough, to laugh when the laundry piles up, or the cookies burn, or you forget the name of something mid-sentence, because you're human, and because you've earned the right to be at peace with yourself. Letting go of perfectionism also means being kinder to your past self. That younger version of you who didn't know what she knows now, who tried her best with what she had, who made mistakes, yes, but also did so much good. It means embracing the perfectly imperfect present. Maybe your body has changed. Maybe your memory isn't what it used to be. Maybe there are things you can't do anymore, and that's okay. What you can do is more than enough. You can love, you can listen, you can show up with wisdom and warmth. You can be real. And that, my friend, is more powerful than perfect. So today, I want you to let go of the idea that you have to get it all right. Let go of the shame that comes when things are messy or unfinished. Let go of the belief that being worthy means being flawless. You're not here to impress anyone. You're here to be fully, honestly, and joyfully. Leave the dishes in the sink if you're tired. Say no to things that drain you. Wear the comfortable shoes. Laugh too loud. Make a mess. Make memories. And when the voice in your head starts to say, it should be better, respond with kindness. This is enough. I am enough. Right here, right now. because perfection is an illusion. But peace, real, soul-deep peace, that comes when you stop chasing and start embracing. You have nothing left to prove. You have everything left to enjoy. So, let go and live freely. Before we wrap up today, I want to leave you with something simple but powerful. You are not too old, you are not too late, and you are certainly not alone. This life of yours, with all its twists and turns, its beauty and brokenness, it still holds space for joy, discovery, laughter, connection, and meaning. There is still time to become who you were always meant to be, free, honest, and at peace. So, whatever spoke to your heart today, whether it was letting go of guilt, fear, shame, perfection, or old stories, I hope you carry this truth with you. You are worthy of a life that feels good on the inside. Now, I would love to hear from you. Truly. In the comments below, share one thing, just one, that you are ready to let go of. Your words might be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. And if you just want to say, "I'm here and I'm listening," that's more than enough. And if you're looking for a place to belong, a gentle space to be heard, to share, to grow, I'd be honored to welcome you into our Wise Elders Insight community. You'll find the link in the description below. We talk about life, love, was, joy, and everything in between, with honesty and heart. And to every woman watching this, thank you. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for continuing to grow. Thank you for being a light in this world. Until next time, take care of yourself. Speak gently to your heart. And remember, wisdom isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about knowing what to let go of and choosing peace anyway.